Hey guys, thanks for stopping by again. In our last tutorial, we went over variables and strings and a little bit about numbers and echoing things out to the screen. In this tutorial, we're going to go back to that and also add a few math functions and go a little bit more in depth on the echoes and a couple other neat little things. So let's get right into it. So I'm going to call our new file math.php. I'm going to open that up. And I'm going to set this to math.php. There we go. Open with our PHP tags. Let's get right into it. So we left off before setting variables. So let's set our first variable. Let's say number equals 1. And we'll say the new number equals variable number plus 1, right? And then we want to echo out our new number. So as you can guess, it's going to be 2, right? So it's going to say take the number which is equal to 1, and it's going to say, hey, I need a new variable called new number, and you need to equal it to number plus 1, and then print out the new number. And let's see what it does print out. And there you go, 2, right? Nice and easy. Now, I mean, if you want to subtract, then you just put a minus, and then we'll return 0. Or we can say, you know, times, there's asterisks, and it'll be, you know, 1. Or we could do, I believe, divide like so, and that would return, 1. All right. And then, that's the basics of math right there. That's probably all you'll be using for the most part right now. Later on we get more into it. I mean, you can do your parentheses as well, but we'll get more into that. You don't need to worry about that right now. So let's keep it with plus 1. All right, so that's kind of the basics of math. Let's get more into echoing and trying to get some more relevant information to the screen. Okay, so let's go here. So imagine you're at a airport, right? And you know how they have separate terminals. They have terminal 1, terminal 2, terminal 3. Let's try to start printing out terminals and names like that. So we want to print out a string and then a number. So we say our number equals 1 and our string equals terminal. And I'm going to add a space at the end, and you'll see why I'll need that later. Or I should say a space in the double quotes after the L. And so let's use an echo. So we can echo any number of variables or just any number of anything really in echo statements if you just set it up right. So let's echo our string first. And string. And let's make sure that prints out terminal. And it does. Okay, cool. Now let's append our variable number to the end, and to append you just do period number, right? Save that. Let's see if it says it. So it should say terminal 1. Perfect. And so the reason I put that space there is just so we get you can see the difference between where the string is and then where we print out the 1. All right, so that's that. So it's pretty easy, right? You can put, you know, 666, you know, the number of the devil. We can do whatever we want to here, and there we go. I probably shouldn't have put the number of the devil in my second video. It's not a really great start, but we'll keep going from here. So another cool thing about PHP is you can use, you know, scripts inside of PHP, right? So a big thing I use on a daily basis is I run HTML. Not that you don't need to know what HTML is yet, but I run each HTML in my PHP thing. And HTML is a front-end scripting language. I don't know if they consider it a scripting language. I'm really not sure, but what it does, it just displays things pretty, while PHP can only, for the most part, just print out letters and numbers in no organized fashion whatsoever, while HTML can just do any number of things to it. So let's try to start using some HTML in our PHP here, and just for basic things. So right now we'll set this number back to 1, right? And so we see it's terminal 1. Now let's echo out the same thing dot number. Now let's see what happens here. Now you see how it's all on the same line, and it's kind of messy, I would say. So there is no PHP function to get this one line down. We have to use HTML. So in order to use HTML, we just echo it out, right? So we're gonna do echo BR tag semicolon. So you really don't need to know what a BR tag is right now, but well, you kind of do, so you know what's going on. So what a BR tag does is it's a line break. In HTML, it means, hey, make a new line. Everything else after this needs to be on a new line. So we will take that and put it in between our two lines, and let's see what happens. And there you go, the next line. So I mean, that's about as far as HTML will go right now, but it's a really nifty thing to have when you're just messing around with things and you kind of want to print things nicely. So there's that. And then let's do terminal 2. So we can include some math. So we can say number 2 equals number plus 1. And then we need to say number 2 here. So we're using the right variables. And we look at it, and there we go, terminal 1 and terminal 2, right? Pretty straightforward. And from this, like I said in the previous videos, you know, you guys just want to not just copy and paste what I'm writing here, but just go way more in depth on this. Like just start writing, you know, terminal 500 or, you know, using different things, but just mess around with what I have here, and I promise you'll learn PHP in no time. Let's see if I can't do anything more here. Actually, I think it's a good stopping point. That's a good stopping point for us right now. So, yeah, once again, you guys can comment with any, you know, likes, dislikes of, you know, my talking. I'm sure I probably have like a terrible slur and sound like I'm 13, but whatever. Like, you know, give me some feedback on what you guys want. And for the next one, we'll actually definitely get into statements, and you'll actually start writing some good code that can, you know, do things with it. So for now, that's a good stopping point. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you guys later.